Rhyniopsida is a class of extinct early vascular plants, with one family, Rhyniaceae, found in the early Devonian. They are polysporangiophytes, since the sporophytes consisted of branched stems bearing sporangia. They lacked leaves or true roots but did have simple vascular tissue. The group was first placed in a subdivision of the division Tracheophyta under the name Rhyniophytina. Informally, they are often called Rhyniophytes. More recently, the name Tracheophytes has been suggested to distinguish such plants from true Tracheophytes or Tracheophytes. As originally defined, the group was found not to be monophyletic since some of its members are now known to lack vascular tissue. These have been moved to the class Rhyniophytopsida, which is defined as lacking true vascular tissue. Currently, Rhyniopsida includes the genera Rhyniaceae, Rhynia, and Stockmannsella, all from the Devonian. One of the most important radiations for land plants occurred in the early Devonian, when the first certain Rhyniophytes appear in the fossil record, making this rich fossil discovery of major importance to paleobotany. It has been suggested that the poorly preserved Eohostomela found in deposits of early Silurian age may be a Rhyniophyte. Phylogeny. In 2004, Crane et al. Published a cladogram for the polysporangiophytes in which the Rhyniaceae are shown as the sister group of all other Tracheophytes. The other former Rhyniophytes, such as Rhyniophytin and Iglophytin, are placed outside the Tracheophyte clade, as they did not possess true vascular tissue. However, both Rhyniophytin and Iglophytin have been tentatively classified as Tracheophytes in at least one recent cladistic analysis of early Devonian land plants. Partial cladogram by Crane, Herendeen and Amp. Fries 2004 with emphasis on Rhyniophytes. Taxonomy. Subphylum Rhyniophytina. Banks 1968. Class Rhyniopsida. Christophovich 1925. Order Rhyniales. Nemh 1950. Family Rhyniaceae. Kidston and Amp. Lang 1920. Genus Ambicies Sporophytes. Hofmeister 1959. Genus Cyadophytenstein Nan 1930. Non-Steinman 1929. Genus Rhynia. Kidston and Amp. Lang 1917. Genus Stockmannsella and Demarit 1986. Rhiniflora. The general term Rhyniophytes or Rhyniophytoids is sometimes used for the assemblage of plants found in the Rhyniaceae estate, rich fossil beds in Aberdeenshire, Scotland, and roughly coeval sites with similar flora. Used in this way, these terms refer to a floristic assemblage of more or less related early land plants, not a taxon, though the Rhyniophytes are well represented. Plants with simpler anatomy, like Iglophytin, are also common. There are also more complex plants, like Asteroxylon, which has a very early form of leaves. The Rhiniflora is unusual for the excellent preservation of early vascular plants. In addition to plants transitional between vascular and non-vascular, the fossils contain sufficient internal detail to determine vascular organization and to distinguish sporangia and gametangia. This has led to the recognition of species which apparently had an isomorphic alternation of generations, a condition unknown among land plants today, because the plants were buried in situ, rather than after transport to a distant location. Important morphological details and ecological information can be obtained. The site also preserves other organisms such as arthropods and fungi that lived in the Rhyni ecosystem.